We had the biggest news day we have had in 7 months in Vegas, aside from the casino's opening. I'm standing in front of Allegiant. This place will probably have fans in it very soon, just pending a couple of county meetings. We have shows that are going to be starting on the Strip very soon. As soon as next week, according to one source that I talked to that says they own a theater and this is what their plans are. We'll bring you that news as well as an MGM Resorts International breaks out a massive plan early ahead of schedule to tell people how they're going to be allowing conventioners to travel with confidence in Las Vegas. It is a huge news day yesterday. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you would like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications. What do you think of the news? Would you come and stay here based on the stats, or would you come and see a game here based on the number of people? Would you guys adhere to these rules? Are you going to come back to Vegas to convention, to have a big family reunion, to do something fun? Because there's some really great things that happened yesterday. There's a giant, huge screen out here. I imagine that's for the $400, I'm not kidding you, $400 tailgate that they did on Sunday. Whew, that's a lot of money. Vegas being Vegas, I guess. Aren't you ever going to learn? But Steve Sisolak, he busted out a bunch of good stuff. So you tell me what you think about that news in the comments below. If you guys want to support the channel, independent video creators need your support too. Go ahead and head on over to the YouTube channel membership so you guys can become a member, become a local Las Vegan level 1, 2, or 3. You guys can also join up, hit up Patreon. We have that, plus VegasFacemasks.com, the only 2 face masks you'll ever need. We do have them in black now. So if your work makes you wear a black mask, you guys can get 2 for $25. These ones go around the back of your head, so you don't have to worry, and they're very comfortable. All right, so what was the news yesterday? Well, the news yesterday was awesome. John Lennon once said, I read the news today, oh boy, and oh boy, indeed. We have new restrictions on what can happen with gatherings. So Sisolak talks, Sisolak speaks. Steve Sisolak is, of course, our governor of Nevada right now, and whether or not he'll be the governor in the future is up to future elections to figure out. But he's been giving us bad news since March, obviously. The good news was opening up retail, opening up the stores, opening up the casinos again. But all of the, everything was limited to a 50% capacity. The rules are a little bit murky here, by the way, because the rules for the casinos seem to be very different from the rules from conventions, gatherings, and retail shops. But the rules for everything that wasn't a casino for a long time was 50 people or less in a gathering. We had a few people try to hold these things. One was at the Ahern Convention Hotel. It's a beauty pageant. They got busted down. Sisolak says no. There were fines. There was a political rally. It had a fine imposed on the venue as well. Well, now we have a new rule. So 50% capacity was our max for any venue, any size. Certainly, you weren't going to have people at a Golden Knights game with 50 people in attendance. And this place with 65,000 seats would look stupid with 50 people in attendance as well. So, with that being said, the new rules are awesome. They're going to open up so many opportunities for the city, and it's going to fill people with confidence that they can actually come here. Here's the new rules. Okay, we're going to get to the new rules there. Then we're going to get to the shows. Talk about how I think the first shows in Vegas, according to the person that I talked to, an anonymous source that owns a theater, we'll have them on October 8th after he clears some hurdles. He says it's not a problem. He's sure it's going to have them. Then we're going to talk about the convention plan from MGM Resorts International. The new rules are this. Venues up to 2,500 people can have a maximum attendance of 250 attendees for an event or a gathering, or 10% of their, or 50%, sorry, of their overall capacity. This means that if you had a 500 seat venue, you could have 250 people in it. If you have a 2,500 seat venue, 250 people in it. If you had a 400 seat venue, 200 people in it. You see a trend here, right? Right, gotcha. All right, that's fine. That sounds like nothing, but it allows shows that are not giant production number shows to actually happen now. Meaning that your comedy clubs can open. Meaning that if you have a theater with 1,000 seats, you can sell 250 tickets to a comedy club, to a musical show. And that's what I heard yesterday. The first show that's opening is somewhere on the Strip at a small theater that you probably never heard of, that just started up last fall, and now they're coming back. And it's going to be 250 people, socially distanced, wearing face masks. You got to wear a face mask. You want to complain, I understand it. I hear what you're saying. Just wear the comfortable ones from VegasFacemasks.com. Whatever, but you can still see a show in Vegas. That's better than nothing, right? You can have 0 cookies, or you can have 1/4 of a cookie. I'd go for 1/4 as long as nobody touched it. Anyways, that's what the rules are going to be. So smaller venues will be able to have shows. Perfect, perfect. What about the bigger venues? Why can we possibly put people in this building now? We're not going to put 250 people in here. I understand. Anything over 2,500 capacity can have up to 10% of their seats filled, meaning that this building here with 65,000 seats could have 6,500 fans in attendance. I think it's groups of 6 or smaller. A couple of other NFL teams are doing that. National Football League teams are doing that this year. And 6 or smaller, and they have to be socially distanced outside of that group. So that's a positive thing. Hey, look, the Golden Knights can come back in. We have hope that we can have some actual people in attendance at T-Mobile. I don't know what that's going to cause ticket prices to go to. $10,000 a ticket or something if you really wanted to see the Raiders play. But I imagine that if this works out well, we'll be able to increase the capacity for those people coming in, and we're going to have a much different landscape and scope. So shows should be back on October 8th, at least one show, a musical number on the Strip. This building potentially could have people in it next week, after the 8th, that is, as long as we get some approval from some county people. And what about the conventions? Well, that's even better. Look, here's the thing, right? Convention center has maybe a capacity of 100,000 people. That means 10,000 people could go to a convention in Las Vegas if they want to do so. That's amazing. And speaking of conventions, we're going to have the MGM Resorts International conversation now, proving that the governor kind of doesn't just keep everything to himself, in my opinion, allegedly. MGM Resorts came out yesterday and gave a plan early in the morning for what it's going to take to bring people back to Vegas to convention safely. They're going to have rapid C-19 test kits, and deploying those, which I had actually pointed out in a video in the past when we were talking about the SEMA convention. And SEMA is the big car show. That's been canceled. All the oh, by the way, every single convention through the end of the year has been canceled. Whether they can whip something up together and get them back right now, that might happen, that might not happen. C-19 rapid test kits. The possibility of people attending virtually while they're in Las Vegas. So why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just stay at home and do a Zoom call? Well, simple. I would say if somebody was smart, if somebody was really a genius out there, they would get Oculus, and you can buy ones like Facebook tries to sell me all the time, where I don't actually need to have a computer, or I just have a phone, or it's just an Oculus device. You could do a virtual reality type meeting. You know, imagine you're in your room, you're safe, you're socially distanced, and it looks like you're sitting in a giant room with a bunch of people. You finish up that meeting, you have another meeting with somebody very important in your industry at a restaurant or somewhere else. You can sit down, you can actually do face-to-face business in Las Vegas. That is a big boon for some of these venues. I mean, there's, 8,000 people over at the Mandalay Bay Event Center that can go to the event center now and have 850 people at least in that venue. So you just do the math, 1,600 people at a Golden Knights game. This is actually a great opportunity for Vegas to regain some of the tourists kind of activities that's going on. Now, I feel bad because the NFR is not here, and they could have at least put 2,000 people in the seats at the 20,000 person capacity Thomas & Mack Center. That's going to Texas, so is Cowboy Christmas going to Texas. But going forward, we're going to have a flurry of activity of people that are clamoring to be first to the post to get themselves set up for business in Las Vegas. This is a phenomenal thing. Okay, this is actually a great day for this city. I am just overboard, overjoyed. Somebody asked me why I didn't wait for Steve Sisolak to talk about this yesterday when I did the video. It's because I don't wait for the governor to say things and then rush a video out there. Stupid asthma, sorry about that. I try my best to digest the information, break it down palatably for you so you can actually get what's going on the best. And I say a lot of words, but hopefully my message is easy to understand. Vegas has obviously never been completely closed for business. There's always been things to do out here, but yesterday with those initiatives and those directives from the governor, things got a lot easier to do in terms of businesses, gatherings, shows, and things. I don't know about bars. Well, I know about bars. I don't think they're increasing the capacity. I don't know about nightclubs, but this also applies to retail stores too. So any shopping mall can actually have more capacity. Any place can have more capacity based on those numbers. It's actually a very good thing. So with that, I think as long as you come to Las Vegas, you mask up, you do your best job to stay clean, socially distanced, use soap and water in the bathrooms, please, please, please wash your hands, sanitize yourself. I think this city is going to be having a renaissance faster than you can say, like a Vegas minute. I thought I had something clever to say there, face palm, but I didn't. With that, if you got to wear a face mask, you guys can support the channel on vegasfacemask.com. No S at the end, now in fancy solid black. You also have YouTube channel memberships You also have Patreon. You'll be in the credits. I change those up once a month for the new members that come in during that month. Thank you guys so much for coming in, liking, sharing, subscribing the video. And you guys are great. You're great to me. You're great to each other. Be great out there. So I'm in front of Allegiant. I have the strip behind me. My name is Steven, and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. Now's the time when I get real close to the video and I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click.